Hi, good evening, everyone. I'll first take few questions today. Then we will continue with our econometrics lectures. Start with the first question. Try to do this one better. This is IIT JAM 2024, question 1 for 1 marks, MCQ question. Try to give this question a try. Which of the following is a non-parametric test? Non-parametric. Okay. Non-parametric test means any test in which can be performed without the presence of parameter. Without the presence of parameter. Mane any test in which I can do that test without me requiring value. Just we have studied in binomial, na? Ki we need P, we need N. We have studied in normal distribution that we need X bar, we need mu, we need mu, we need sigma square. So we have studied these things, isn't it? So it is asking which of the following is a non-parametric test, a test which can be performed without the presence of parameters. Okay, A. Good. That is the correct answer. The correct answer to this question should be A. But can you tell me why? Anyone? If you can please tell me why would that be true? Why A is the correct answer? Why don't we need parameters in chi-square? So if you remember, F test is created out of chi-square only, isn't it? We had X divided by its degrees of freedom, Y divided by its degrees of freedom, where X and Y were chi-square distributed. तो ऐसा क्यों है कि F test is a parametric test, but chi-square is not a parametric test? Anyone? Very good. That is the correct answer. Chi-square has many applications, and one of its application that we have studied, absolutely correct answer. बेटा इसका एक application जो हमने पढ़ा है, that is independence of attributes, right? And in that independence of attributes, I don't require any parameter. So chi-square is one test which can be performed for qualitative data also, right? Its application include things like what we have studied, like independence of attributes, where we are comparing actual and observed values. ठीक है, एक एप्लीकेशन ये भी था where we are doing test of variance. But one application was also comparing actual and observed values. And in that comparison of actual and observed values, there was no parameter involved. It was simple formula. We were just doing the difference between the two, squaring it up, dividing by E, summing it over, and that was our statistic. Isn't it? There was no parameter involved. So in that sense, it is correct to say that chi-square is the only test which has few of its application where no parameter will be involved. ये बहुत important है समझना. It is the only test where no parameter is involved. So therefore, chi-square is in fact a non-parametric test. You're right. The correct answer to this question should be A. A is the correct answer. Good. Most of you have answered it correctly. Okay. Let's go on. Why not F? Because F just has one application, which is this. And here we were using the concept of variance. And that is the presence of a parameter. Variance is one of the parameters I require. So F doesn't have any other application. F just has one application, comparing the variance of two samples. This part, testing the variance with the population, that is part of parametric test. But this part, where we compare actual and observed values, where we are able to do a qualitative data test, that is a non-parametric test. There is no parameter involved. Observed and expected values ही तो है. No variance, no mean, no P, no Q value, no, nothing like that is involved, right? So F just had one application. But chi-square had those qualitative data applications also. That is why only chi-square. Okay. Be very, very clear with this concept. Okay. Now let's go to the next question. This time, the question paper had few very tricky question, and I think this question number 36 is one of those. So I want all of you to give it a try. IIT JAM 2024. Question number 36. MSQ question. 2 marks. You will get marks only if you mark all. जो भी correct है सारे mark करने होंगे. You mark all, then you will get marks in this. So go ahead. Give this question a try. एक एक पॉइंट को बहुत ध्यान से पढ़ना है with what we have done in our class. I'll start with statement 1. Tell me if this is true or false. Okay, true, true. ठीक है. So read the statement, beta. X1, X2, Xn be the random sample drawn from probability distribution having mean mu and non-zero variance sigma square. Which of the following statement is correct? The sample mean has standard deviation of sigma by root n. We have made, you remember, I had given you standard error table. I had given you a standard error table या standard deviation table. And वो जो standard error table हमने बनाया था, in that we had written that the sample mean will have standard error or standard deviation of sigma by root n. Of sigma by root n. So yes, this is a true statement. This is a true statement. So A is correct. Okay. Now let's talk about B. Tell me whether statement B is true or false. Statement B, is it true or false? False. Okay. False. Others? True. Okay. True. Okay. देखो, this is not sigma by root n. ध्यान से देख लेना. This is sigma root n. हाँ. Do accordingly. Okay. ठीक है. Let's have a look. So it is saying I need to find probability distribution of. बहुत ध्यान से बेटा. The paper is a bit tricky. It's not easy. We need to go slow and carefully. Submission I from 1 to n xi minus mu upon sigma root n. Now first thing. What is happening? First thing. We have studied that whenever we are talking about normal distribution of mean जब हम z टेस्ट कर रहे थे, when we were talking about normal distribution of mean, how were we writing it? X bar minus mu upon standard deviation by root n. We were able to do a Z test because we were saying that this distribution is normally distributed. जब भी हम Z test करते हैं उसका मतलब ही है कि it is normally distributed. Also इसी पर हमने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज लगा दी थी which is called as central limit theorem, which was also suggesting the same thing, that this x bar will be normally distributed. Hence, we were going ahead and we were using a Z test on it. I hope you remember this thing. Now, I have not gone ahead and I have not taught you individually about xi. किसी एक xi के बारे में तो हमने उसका standard error नहीं पढ़ा है. We have studied standard error for the mean. So first of all, my question arises here that is this in the mean format? No. And denominator is also not matching. It is sigma by root n ki jagah, it is sigma root n. But let us try to open this up. So if I go ahead and I write this down, summation upon sigma root n. This is given to me. Summation xi minus mu upon sigma root n. I want to check, can I represent this in this format? क्या हम इसको इस format में क्या किसी भी तरीके से हम इसको लिख सकते हैं? Can we represent it in this format? Okay, let's try to open this up. You also open it. So this will give you summation xi minus summation mu upon sigma root n. Summation mu beta. It means that mu is a constant. There is no subscript here. No subscript. So mu is a constant. तो अगर mu एक constant है and I am summing up mu, so what will this give me? All of us know it will give me n times mu because I'm adding mu n times. So this will give me summation xi minus n times mu upon sigma root n. Upon sigma root n. Now it should strike you something. इतना easy नहीं था वो, देखते ही नहीं हमें आंसर देना था true या false. Now it should strike you. Okay, let me try to take n common. If I take n common, I will get summation xi minus mu upon sigma root n. This will be by n. I have taken n common and out. Summation xi by n. This is mean of x. So here I am going to get mean of x minus mu and into n upon sigma root n. Now let's cancel this out. So n and this will cancel and I will have root n in the numerator. अब देखो, what am I getting finally? X bar minus mu root n by sigma. और ये z क्या था? If I just rewrite this thing, so I will get x bar minus mu upon sigma by root n can be written as x bar minus mu into n root n by sigma. So isn't both the things same only? This, ये जो z यहाँ था, x bar minus mu root n by sigma, and this x bar minus mu root n by sigma. Both these things are same. So it is normally distributed. It is just the value of z. Isn't it? That is the tricky part here. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है जानना कि यहां पे इन्होंने एक समेशन यूज किया है. We need to open that summation up. And when we will open that summation up, then actually it is coming exactly like this z value. And that has to be normally distributed. तभी तो हम उसको ऐसे represent कर पाते हैं. Because it is normally distributed, we are able to write it in the standard normal format. So the answer is that yes, this is true statement. It will follow standard normal distribution because this is nothing but just z. And z का तो वो ही है, property ही ये है that it is standard normal distributed with mean 0 and variance sigma by root n. Right? Is this clear? Any doubt in this? Please ask me if there is any doubt. Okay, good. ठीक है. So now tell me statement number 3. If this is true or false. Statement number 3. Is this true or false?